Goeiemiddag graad 12's, ek is terug en ons is nou by beweging, movement. So the first thing that's very important that we must know, the rate of change of position is always going to give you the speed. Die tempo van verandering van posisie, dit is soos verplasing, gee altyd vir jou die snelheid. So, if I need speed, then I derive position. So as ek die tempo van verandering van spoed nou weer kry, dan kry ek versnelling. So if I get the rate of change of the speed, I get acceleration. So onthou, julle skynate, as jy verplasing aflei, kry jy snelheid. As jy snelheid aflei, kry jy versnelling. If you get the derivative of a position, you get speed. If you get the derivative of speed, you get acceleration. Okay, learning work. So now, very important, the sign in this case, if you get speed and the speed is negative, it means changing of direction. As jy spoed kry, met ander woorde jy lei posisie af, verplasing af, dan en jou antwoord is negatief, dan beteken dit is 'n verandering van rigting. So 'n negatief bepaal rigting. And if you get your acceleration by deriving your speed, if the sign of the acceleration and the sign of your speed is the same, then the particle is moving faster. Maar as die tekens alterneer, met ander woorde die tekens verskil, dan beweeg jou voorwerp stadiger. So let's go and look at an example. Let's read it carefully. Listen. Die verplasing van 'n deeltjie in meter vanaf punt P na t sekondes word gegee deur st is gelyk aan 3t² minus 60t plus 400. I'm going to translate it. The movement of a particle in meter from a point P after t seconds is being given by this equation st. Dan die deeltjie beweeg in 'n reguit lyn vanaf oos na wes. The particle is moving in a straight line from the east to the west and back. This particle is originally on the west side of P. Die deeltjie is oorspronklik wes van P. Die eerste vraag is, hoe ver is die deeltjie oorspronklik van P af? So what's the position of the particle at time 0? So if we do substitution and we put 0 into the place of t, then that's going to be 0, that's going to be 0. So my answer is going to be 400 and my unit is going to be meters according to the story. So 400 meter. Next question. Hoe vinnig en in watter rigting beweeg die deeltjie na presies 4 sekondes? So at what speed, in what direction is this particle moving after 4 seconds? So I need the speed, so I'm going to derive my position, and that's going to give me 6t minus 60, and then I'm going to replace my seconds, and that's according to the question 4 seconds into the place of t. So dan het ek 6 maal 4 minus 60, en dit gee vir my 24 minus 60, en dit is minus 36 meter per sekonde. So wat beteken die minus nou? Ek het nou daarvan gepraat. This means this particle is moving in the opposite direction. So dit het na 6 sekondes beweeg hy nie wes nie, maar oos teen 36 meter per sekonde. Dis baie belangrik. The next question, calculate the acceleration of the particle. So nou gaan ek gaan nou die tweede afgeleide kry, of ek gaan weer vir S aksent T aflei, so ek kry die tweede afgeleide, and that's going to give me 6. So it's accelerating at 6 meters per second. My versnelling is 6 meter per sekonde. Volgende vraag, wat is die minimum afstand tussen die deeltjie en die punt P? Die minimum afstand, if you hear the word minimum and maximum, you know you must equal the first derivative to 0. As jy enigsins die woord minimum of maximum hoor, dan weet jy gaan altyd jou eerste afgeleide gelykstel aanvul. So ons gaan en ons sê 6t minus 60 is gelyk aan 0, en dit gee 6t is gelyk aan 60, and that means t equals 10 seconds. Antwoord is daar, 10 sekondes. Dit is my minimum verplasing gebeur na 10 sekondes. Remember, the question is now determine the minimum distance. So ek is nog nie klaar nie. I must first then substitute that 10 seconds into the original equation to get my distance. So as ek nou 10 binne in die oorspronklike formule gaan in substitusie doen, dan kry ek 3 maal 10 kwadraat minus 60 maal 10 plus 400, and that's the position of the particle after 10 seconds, en dit gaan wees 100 meter. Okay, and the last two questions is very important. Listen carefully. Beweeg die deeltjie vinniger of stadiger na 6 sekondes en dieselfde vraag na 12 sekondes. Does this particle move faster or slower after 6 seconds and then again after 12 seconds? So now we've got to determine the speed after 6 seconds. So we're going to compare the speed and the acceleration. So let's start with that. There we've got the speed. Okay. After 6 seconds, the speed is going to be 6 times 6 minus 60, and that's going to give me 36 minus 60 is going to give me minus 24 meters per second. Okay, that's the speed. The acceleration, if I give the second derivative, then my answer equals 6. So that one is minus and that one is plus. So the question, the answer there is then the value of my speed and my acceleration signs differ, and therefore the particle is going slower. Die tekens vir my spoed en my versnelling verskil, en daarom beweeg my deeltjie stadiger. Kom ons doen nou presies dieselfde, maar nou doen ons dit vir 12 sekondes. So ek gaan 12 in die afgeleide se plek sit. So dis 12 minus 60. 6 maal 12 is 72 minus 60, en dit gee vir my 12 meter per sekonde. En daai ouetjie is nog steeds 6. They are both now positive, so after 12 seconds, this particle is going faster. Goed. Kom ons gaan oefen daardie toepassings van beweging. I'll see you tomorrow.